Oh, hunty.
Hey guys, it's Kel. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're talking about different types of Native Americans. Now just say a little disclaimer, if you guys can't take a joke, if you guys are easily offended, if you just want to like critique everything I say, then click out, shabai, you know, shagan. Ain't no negative Nancy's allowed here, okay? If you can't take a joke, then just goodbye. Like, I don't want you here. Like, click out, go watch another video. So in this video, we're gonna talk about different types of natives. I made different categories. I might be like pushing it and like reaching for some of these, like really exaggerating, but you know, this is just the way I see it. So if you guys want to hear about different types of natives, then just keep watching. All right, so the first type of native is the freaking rezzers, okay? The res natives, like y'all, like these people. So these res boys, AKA these res gangsters, like, so these res gangsters live in like the housing, like the projects, you know what I'm saying? Like Section 8. I'm not even exaggerating, like all of these guys think they can rap. Like they all like think they're like rappers and stuff. I'm not trying to like hate and like be a hater, but like I'm not really a fan. I think that it's like super trash. Like I don't mean to like talk bad about my people, but like guys, they are so trash. Like I'm sorry. There's a couple that are like, know what I'm saying? That's just me being nice, you know what I mean? But like most of them, like, no. It actually reminds me of this story where I was at a res party, after party, and this guy, there was this native guy there that like had a crush on me and he started rapping to me. What? He was blank, I was blank, whatever, but like, boy, that is not no way to pick up no girl, okay? You do not rap. He was like rapping about like how he saw me for the first time, like all this stuff, like, no, don't rap to me, what? These res gangsters like always say they're like in a gang. They're trying to do like some gangster stuff. Like what? Like gangster what? Like what do you know about being gangster? And so yeah, they always say like they're in a gang, or they try to like graffiti, or they try to like put up some like signs and stuff like, West Side what, honey? You're not from the West Side. Like, please stop, okay? You live in the housing. My mom works with your mom. Like, stop, okay? Like, don't. Most of them have like a tattoo that says like native or native pride or native pride, like native, get it, huh? Other tattoos they might have are probably a neck tat. Know what I'm saying? You can like point out a real reser if they got a neck tat. Maybe a tattoo of their last name or a feather or something like that. Something that like signifies being native. Let's talk about the girls that are resers. They party like all the time. These girls get like, honey, like you don't even know party until like you like party like a res girl, okay? Like they can outdrink probably everybody at that party because like you guys, like res girls get it. Like they can freaking get it, okay? Most of these resers, you know, these res girls work at, you know, the casino or for the tribe or become CNAs. And you wouldn't be a reser unless you got that EBT, okay? Like, honey, are you even a reser unless you got that? Like, honey, you need that EBT. Most of the Facebook posts are something like my little family or fam bam or Sunday fun day or something like that has to do with parenting. Like they're always giving like parenting advice or something. But then you like check their Snapchat and they're like drinking like a fish. Like grandma has the kids for the weekend. So like these girls are out there like getting blank. They all love to party. They all love to fight. All of them love to freaking fight. Like just anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Oh, she plays. Round one. Fight. Get it.
Like I remember this one time I was just standing there and this like res girl was like, you wanna go? I'm like, oh? Like, what did I do? I was just standing there and she just like wanted to fight me. So it's just like a res girl thing, okay? Like res girls just want to fight at anyone, anywhere, anytime. Like they can go toe to toe. The next type of native is the bougie natives. These are like the celebrity natives. So these are like the actors, the models, the dancers, the singers, know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the girls first. The girls are super freaking beautiful. Like, have you guys ever seen a native model? Like, come on, like they're beautiful. Most of these girls are really good at makeup, so they are looking snatched like all the time. Most of them have long black hair. Sometimes they'll wear braids, sometimes they don't. Usually it's just long and straight. And since they're celebrities, they get the term for being like stuck up, and like only just because like a lot of people know who they are. So they probably like, if they model, you know, they like travel around, or if they're in movies, or if they're like really big on social media, yeah, they just like, that people think they're like stuck up. Now, honestly, I think it varies. Like I've met some bougie natives that like are the same, they treat me the same. And then I've met some bougie natives that are pretty stuck up. So I just think it depends on the person. And these natives are like super high maintenance. Like they always have the nicest cars, like the nicest shoes, the nicest clothes. Like they just are always looking like fresh to death. And they're very non-traditional. They're very like show, like, you know, ooh, like there's like a lot of like show, like stuff going on. They really don't practice our like native ways or whatever. They're very like non-traditional. They don't really go to sweat or ceremony or nothing like that. All right, the next type is city natives. Now you might say like bougie natives and city natives are the same, but no, they're not. Like we are not the same. City natives have a very big Valley girl accent. Like we all talk like we're white. I like to use the term apple because like obviously like red on the outside, white on the inside. We are an assimilated bunch. Like we like have lived in like white culture like for so long like in the city that like, you know, we like assimilated. And I'm saying like we like all that Anglo culture like just kind of leaked into our lives. Now I got the best of both worlds because I grew up in the city and I grew up on the res too. Like, you know, best of both worlds. Most of the natives that I've met that live in the city like are just very naive. Like they really don't know like anything about like native culture at all, like res life. Most of their friends are like non-native. So like usually like city natives are like the only ones of their kind like in the city. So yeah, it's very like hard for them because like most of them have like identity issues. Most of them like don't really feel like they're native or feel like you know, they've ever embraced the nativeness. So most of them have assimilated to, you know, Anglo culture. So most of them go to church, most of them are Christians. So yeah, most of them are not, you know, traditional at all. All right, next is traditional natives. So obviously these traditional natives live on the res. They go to sweat, you know, go in the sweat lodge. They go to ceremony. They're very active in their native culture. The guys and girls, they both like wear braids. They usually sew or bead or drum or dance or sing or just anything that has to do with like keeping our culture alive. Like this is what they do. Now traditional natives can be very like self-righteous. Like they're very like set in their ways. Like, you know, when you like cross the traditional native, they are so like set in their ways. Like anytime like Christianity gets brought up to these guys, they're always like, that's the white man religion. We don't want to be like the white man. Now a traditional woman probably sings backup for a drum group. She probably beads or sews or makes regalia. They always name their kids like a traditional native name. And usually traditional natives like don't have social media, but if they do, it's gonna be like under like their Indian name. Who you are that native, you're gonna go by your Indian name. Now personally, for like different times in my life, like I feel like I was like all these things. Like I was bougie, I was city, I was the reser, I was a freaking tradish. But if I were to identify with any of them, I'd be like a mixture of like three. I'd be like a bougie, city, reser. If you guys agree with my categories, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Like I'd love to know like what do you guys identify as? Are you city? Are you bougie? Are you tradish? Are you a reser? Like go ahead and leave me a comment down below. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post videos every week. But I'm gonna get out of here now. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys next week in a new video. Bye.